Welcome to the channel for the first time viewers. Welcome back for my existing subscribers. So this is the second topic from my community kind of topic request post that I had made a few days ago. This one comes from Toxic Games, and he wants to know my thoughts on the Madden 20 franchise mode. So far, I'm having a lot of fun with Madden 20. I haven't been doing the Madden series just because whenever I do play Madden, I just go into franchise mode and I just kind of progress my franchise a little bit further. Nikhil Harry is a 95 overall, by the way, on my franchise. And I had this guy named Clint Brake that I drafted in like the 30. It was like I won the Super Bowl, so like the 32nd or 31st pick overall. And dude ended up being like a 78 or something like that when he first got drafted. By the end of the first year, he was a 93. Halfway through the second year, he was already a 99. And then I had to let him go. So I traded him to the Buccaneers. This dude's contract was, I'll try to grab a screenshot of it from Instagram. He wanted like a $150 million contract, and then I think it was $100 million signing bonus. So it was like a $250 or $260 million contract that this guy wanted. So I could have signed like an entire team for that amount. I tried to knock it down just a little bit, and then he kind of got upset, and then I said he didn't want to negotiate anymore. So what I did is I got a young quarterback, this dude named Parks. I got him up to like an 81 now, but I got him at like 72 overall from the Buccaneers. And I traded him and like a draft pick and a running back. So I think I ended up winning out on the deal because you know how Madden is. Sometimes they get kind of wonky with the ratings, but some people play better. And even though they might have a higher rating, like I had a quarterback that was like a 59 overall, but for whatever reason, like he was on point. I think it's the character traits that have something to do with it, but I had another quarterback that was like a 74, and he was just trash. Like I put him in the game, and it's just like all the passes are like way off to the right or way underneath. Like they were never like just short or just too far. Like they were like always way off. But overall, the franchise mode is okay at best. It's I wish it still had the same control from the PS2 days. So this is not it. This isn't where you go back and you had full control, relocate the team, change the uniforms, change the team names. Like that was what I liked about franchise mode. I also liked in 2K how you could like kind of work your players out a little bit differently. As far as like if somebody got injured, you could do like hydro, what is it? I'm trying to think of it. Anyways, they put them in the water, and that would be how they recover. Like they do like running underwater, and then if they weren't injured, then that person would just get more speed because of the resistance training, that type of stuff. Wish they would add that into the game, because right now they just have like focus players. So you pick like 3 focus players, and then from there they get a little bit more XP, and it's barely noticeable. And I even stopped doing the trainings. I simulate it all because it's the difference of like 5 minutes of time, which it's kind of 5 minutes wasted, or you could just go straight and get 3/4 of the same amount of points by getting bronze, which is what they usually get. And I found this weird loophole where if you do the drill yourself and you get gold, then you get gold when you simulate it. So at least it's how it is on my game. But like I said, at best it's okay. The gameplay in Madden, ever since they took away that conservative tackle button, has been a lot better to me, because I felt like defense was just broken with that. No matter where they were, like you always got tackled. So now you can actually outrun people. So if I got a running back whose speed is like 91 or 90 like Sony Michel, and safety is like 85, 86, I can kind of just cut left, and I don't even have to do a juke button or anything. I just cut left and outrun them. So that's just like real life though. So angles matter. And yeah, like I said, good at best, missing a lot of stuff to make it a full experience. This is just not much, man. The schemes are pretty cool. So there's this thing about the game where you can actually go through and get schemes, and then you pick your players. So essentially when you look at the players, they have like 3 overall ratings, right? You got like, and it varies by position, but sometimes you'll have somebody who has like a 92, a 85, and like a 93. So like whatever your scheme is built towards, if your scheme is built towards like, let's say their strongest trait, then they get kind of like a bonus in game, and they get more XP for being that type of player that fits the scheme. So if you have a power running game and you go get a power running back whose power running is at like an 85 overall and his finesse running is like an 83 overall, you'll get an advantage on game day for using that power running back in that scheme. And that part is pretty cool. So I changed up my scheme a couple of times just because I had different players developing at different rates, which is another thing I'll talk about. My team develops at a decent rate, but the league doesn't. I had Jacoby Brissett, who's asking for like mega superstar money, right? He ended up taking over for Drew Brees down in New Orleans, which is, it's really weird to me. Like, they cut Drew Brees. I guess they didn't want to re-sign him. And he sat in free agency for like 2 years until he got to like a 72 overall. And then he just retired. And I was like, wow. But Jacoby Brissett went to the Super Bowl, lost to me. And then like they only lost like maybe 8 games while he was there. Never changed an overall rating. So he started like at 77. He finished like 77, which to me doesn't make sense. Like, if this dude's a quarterback and he's in the top 5 for the league in passing, they should progress him. So that's one thing that they can fix that this year, rather than waiting for another Madden game to come out. But that is my biggest gripe with it, is that the rest of the league doesn't progress the same way. And it's weird because some rookies do. Like, if they have a superstar trait, then they'll progress. But what I've noticed is that there's only a few people that have the superstar trait, which means they get points faster from training and from game day. And the rest of the people, they kind of just, you have to do a task. Like, I've had a couple people that I have a really big game, and then from there, they allow me to unlock the superstar trait if I have a second big game in a row. So I don't think the computer is doing that for themselves. And that would be something that would make the league a little bit more dynamic, because the X Factor players are really fun to go up against. Like, they are what makes the game a little bit more challenging. Like, when you have an X Factor pass rusher or an X Factor safety, you got problems, because the safeties, like the ones that are like zone hawks, it's crazy like trying to throw the ball even near them. Like, they will like either knock it down or pick it, and it's crazy. Like, if you let them get on fire, they will definitely pick it. But yeah, like I said, good at best, needs some work. But that's my overall impressions of franchise mode in Madden. This would be a great game to pick up on sale. I actually have not. I've only played against my friend online. I just stopped doing that shit because I don't know. Madden. I don't know. I think Madden's a joke as far as competitive. They all go towards that MUT, and I don't fuck with MUT. So I don't do. I'm not trying to like open packs to go maybe build a team. Like, I'm straight. I'll just go into franchise mode and play that, or use the current rosters like the last 10 people that are still playing online do. So, alright, you guys be easy, and I'll catch you in the next video.
And his guys are going to get the football at the 23-yard line.
Indy, hey, Haywood. Ready?
On 1st and 10, Parks, and that is incomplete, stopping the clock with 5 seconds to go. N'Keal Harry was the intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down. And it is good. Oh, that one looked to be in trouble the whole way. Wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe for the run. And all the way down to the 40-yard line. So we've hit halftime. And just like that, on we head to half number 2. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. They'll bring it back to just about the 25, call it the 24-yard line.
Let's go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with it. Guys, we're right there, just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, and that's going to be caught for a Patriot touchdown. Braxton Berrios with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Patriots have taken the lead. And it was a tight window. He knew he had to rocket that thing in there. He got it done.
And when you're able to complete one like that, your confidence has to just go sky high. You just mentioned it. Tight window, zings it in there despite excellent coverage. Result, touchdown.